Reason I'm making this video is I have a lot of great discussions with people on social media sites, and there's a lot of people out there whose opinions on a lot of things I really value, and likewise they value my opinion. A lot of people have asked me to weigh in on this whole Adrian Peterson and Ray Rice thing. I figured I'd make a video because it's been a lot to write, and honestly, most people just don't read long things these days. It's just human nature. First of all, let me start by saying, A, there's no situation where a man should ever put his hands on a woman in anger, frustration, or anything else. All right, ever. There's no situation where a person should ever put their hands on a child in anger or frustration or ever. You know what I mean? I'm a parent. I discipline my children. I use spanking as part of that discipline. I incorporate a system of escalating discipline. I have kids range from teenagers down to 6 years old. If my child does something wrong, we talk. I explain to them why that's wrong and why that continued behavior doesn't matter. Well, it's going to lead to more severe punishment. If they do it again, it's going to lead to, depending on the severity of the offense, it's going to lead to privilege being taken away, games, toys, going outside and playing with friends, stuff like that. If they continue, then it's going to escalate even further. There's no set place where spanking comes into play. But my children will tell you, they'd rather get the spanking than the lecture that goes along with it, because I feel like a spanking should be part of a life lesson. Okay? Ray Rice, there's definite video of him striking his wife, or his fiance at the time, and not his wife. Cannot deny it. Dude was dead wrong. If I'd have been there, I would have beat the hell out of him. It's just that simple. People that know me know I've done it before. I'm one of the people, I intervene, I can't help. Adrian Peterson left bruises on his, he went too far in spanking this child. He didn't go too far by spanking this child. He went too far in spanking this child. Like I said, things like that come out, even when they start out as a truly honest effort to discipline a child, when you let frustration get in there or anger, it goes too far, and there's no excuse for it. You are now abusing that child. But my way of thinking is, there's a system in place for this stuff. It's called a judicial system. Okay? Both of these guys were put through the system. The system, let them off light, however you want to see it. What I would like for everybody to do is just stop. Just stop. Get off Facebook, get off Twitter, get off everything. Because most of you have been in Walmart, you've been in the mall, you've been in a store, you've seen a child being unruly. You've heard that parent yell, cuss, snatch that child, strike that child out of frustration, out of anger, with no purpose other than to get that child to shut the hell up or sit down somewhere. What'd you do? You shook your head, you nudged your friend, you was like, that's a shame, and you kept walking. Most of the same people, and even more others, you've been out in a social setting, nightclub, sidewalk late night. You've seen a man or a woman being verbally or physically abused. It might not be a punch in the face. It might be snatching their arm, pushing them, telling, just yelling and screaming, just belittling them in front of people. What'd you do? You nudged your friend, you shook your head, said that's a damn shame, and you kept walking. You know why? You know why? Because any action on your part, you now held yourself accountable for that situation. And that's just too much to ask of most of you, right? So it's easy to get on Facebook and say, oh, Adrian Peterson, he should be under the jail. Ray Rice should be under the jail. Roger Goodell should do this. Blah, 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 blah. What have you done? What have you done? All these judges, lawyers, people who set these laws that let them walk, you voted for, or you didn't vote. So to me, when I hear you yelling and ranting and raving about all this stuff, like, oh, da 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 da, everybody just wanting them nailed to the wall and crucified, you know what? That's just your way of trying to absolve yourself of the lack of action you taken all the other times when you had a real chance to do something. A real chance. Okay? Ray Rice, I don't know their family life. I don't. This woman, he might have been beating her ever from day one. You know, he might have. You know, like I said, I don't put anything past any man, especially a man who's shown that he has that in him. You know what I mean? Like, I have no respect for him as a man. Okay, but I don't know their life, so I can't sit here and say he should be punished and banned and all this stuff. You know what I mean? It may have been a one-time incident. I don't know. You don't know. The fact that this woman married him, some of you may say she's a gold digger. The fact that as he's on the decline of his career, the fact that he at this point now has no income coming in. You know, he has millions of dollars, I'm sure, but he got $1 million bills too. So yeah, that money ain't gonna last forever. The fact that she's chosen now to stick by him, that tells me, hey, maybe she's not lying. Maybe she's not just covering for him. Maybe there's something to it, but I don't know. It's not my place to judge. Okay, it's not my place to judge. Adrian Peterson, this dude's got like 100 kids. It's the first time, you know, he admits, I've just put all my kids the same way. First time we've seen something like this has happened that we know of, you know, and it was reported by, and it's strange, you know, the other parent. So I mean, you can play devil's advocate, you can go from either way, but the fact of the matter stands, there's a system in place, and the system, due process, man. You know, we've all been less than stellar human beings at some point. We've all been in situations where we could have got nailed to the wall and we could have had everything stripped away from us. And we thank God to this day that there was something in place that allowed us a second chance, you know what I mean? Allowed us to see the error in our ways, you know. But yet and still, you've seen people would jump up and just, oh, blah, blah, oh, they're horrible people. No, they're not horrible people. They did a horrible thing, you know. And if they continue to do horrible things, then yes, they'll be horrible people. But they're not horrible people. When did you ever hear about Ray Rice doing anything? When did you hear, before those two incidents, both of these guys were, if you ask me, they were stellar citizens, man. They were what you would wish more people would be. You know, you wish more of our young black athletes would do. Somebody that goes to work, does their job, and goes home. You know, I'm sure if you peel back the curtain on a lot of these other players, or peel back your curtains, you see a lot of stuff that most people wouldn't be cool with. But those people ain't got to live your life. They're in your situation. So you yourself would say, I'd be damned if you're gonna tell me how to live my life. As long as I don't break the law. And these guys broke the law. And the law dealt with them. Just because you don't feel like the law dealt with them enough, you get the vote, man. Like, have you written letters to the judges, to your legislators, asking for stiffer penalties on child abuse and domestic violence? No. Because that took more effort than pulling up your phone and typing a few lines on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's personal accountability, people. Personal responsibility for the world around you. You can read my blog. You can look at anything I've ever put out there. I always start with the question of, what have you done to make this situation you were so appalled by better going forward? If you've done nothing but post something on Facebook, Twitter, whatever, shut up. Shut up. Because you're making even less of a difference than you feel that weak judgment they got and that punishment they got in court will ever do. That's all I got to say about that.